What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is I, Miguel, the annual pass holder here, back with a brand new video here today. So, today I just received, like you all have, you guys need to go check it out. In our emails, we have received a newsletter in regards to the coronavirus planning survey in reference to opening up the parks, or therefore, with some parks, reopening up the parks. So today we're going to dive into it, see what it's all about, and see what's in store for us here in the future. So without further ado, guys, let me explain. To start this off, in this email it says, we're doing a very short survey about the coronavirus and we need your feedback. Greetings. We hope that you and your family are keeping safe and healthy during this crisis. We are planning for the reopening of our parks and we would very much like to get your feedback as it relates to what you'd like to see us do to make you feel safe. It's important to us that we incorporate your thoughts into the important decisions ahead. So, quick facts about the survey. It says it's 2 to 3 minutes long, no cost to participate, all that jazz. Let's go ahead and get right into it right now. All right, guys, so here we are. We are at the survey page. So it says coronavirus planning survey. So, of course, we're about to get into it. So it tells you everything that I just mentioned. It's 2 to 3 minutes. Everything is all the same. So it says start the survey. So, of course, you need your email to verify everything. So we're going to put that in and then start the survey. All right. So after you put in your email, it'll ask you, what Six Flags park do you live closest to? So for me, you guys may or may not know, my home park is Six Flags over Georgia. So therefore, I will put in Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Wait, no, I guess I'll go ahead and put in Six Flags over Georgia. All right, next is asked, which of the following best describes you? So it has the different options of a 2020 season pass holder, Six Flags member, 2019 season pass holder, past season pass holder or member, or never was a pass holder or member. So since I'm a member, so Six Flags member. So the good thing is you don't have to scroll down past this. It'll automatically take you to the next question. All right, so this is the meat and potatoes of this thing that they really want to know is how concerned are you right now about the coronavirus? So this is more so in reference to how do you feel with the global pandemic that's going on, and then how safe and secure do you feel about returning back to the parks? So you guys can take this like I am for you guys and displaying and showing it to you, and you can answer this. Of course, all these answers will vary and they do remain anonymous. So for me, as long as they initiate and keep up with all the tactics, I do feel quite safe because of the limited capacity, the staggered seating, the multiple amounts of cleaning, even with the face mask at this beginning stages. I think it's a good thing and a good sign. So it's all about how will it be at the beginning. Everything will be touchless. Things will be cashless. So there's a lot of measures that are being taken in place right now for this. So it varies from very concerned, somewhat concerned, not very concerned, and then not at all concerned. Always there's a little bit of an issue, so they're somewhat concerning with me because of obviously this is a big deal that's going on. I'm not going to display my answer right now because I don't want to alter anybody's decisions and or what they choose to pick. So I want you to choose off of how do you guys feel and how concerned or not concerned are you? So compared to last week, do you think that the coronavirus situation has, and then it says gotten much better, gotten better, stayed about the same, gotten worse, or gotten much worse? So those are the answers, guys, to the questions. So I'll let you guys choose on your own surveys. Okay, next question is, next week, do you think that the coronavirus situation will be much better, better, about the same as this week, worse, or much worse? So then they want to know furthermore details such as which 4 of the following concern you the most as it applies to possibly getting the coronavirus. So they want you to choose which ones concern you the most as far as if you went to the theme park, what would be the most likely thing in your mind that would have you contract the coronavirus? So standing in line waiting for a ride, handrails while standing in line, going to the dentist, ordering food through a drive-thru, safety restraints on the roller coasters, shopping at the grocery store, going to a neighborhood barbecue, hitting your haircut, browsing at a Six Flags store, security screen at the front gate of the park, standing in line at the bank, tables at the park's restaurant, enjoying the wave pool at the water park, eating at a local restaurant, or using touchscreens to order food. So next question on the list is, which of the following are you doing right now this week in response to COVID-19? Interesting question. So the answers are avoiding small gatherings of people, such as with family or friends, cleaning household surfaces daily, more thoroughly washing your hands, working from home, stocking up on food, medical supplies, or cleaning supplies, staying home because you are sick, avoiding going to public places such as stores or restaurants, limiting the number of times you leave the house, or none of the above. Interesting that they left that one as just like, hey, I'm not taking any measures. I'm living life to the fullest. Hey-yo! But no, all out serious, they have all these answers here for you to choose from. So guys, as always, you know what to do. Choose for yourself. Next question is, thinking about everything you've done in the past 24 hours, which of the following... Just realized that me doing this survey isn't very anonymous. But I guess I'm not showing my answers, so... Anyway, let's proceed. Thinking about everything you've done in the past 24 hours, which of the following comes closest to describing your in-person contact with people outside your household? So, the answers are completely isolated yourself, having no contact with people outside your household. Mostly isolated yourself, having very little contact with people outside your household. Third is partially isolated yourself, having some contact with people outside your household. Fourth one is isolated yourself a little, still having a fair amount of contact with people outside your household. And then lastly, did not make any attempt to isolate yourself from people outside your household. Next question, is there currently a shelter-in-place order in your area? Typically, these orders require residents to stay indoors except for certain essential activities, which include buying food and seeking medical treatment. You can leave your house to exercise. All right, now, this is the big question of the day. In regards to your own Six Flags park, do you feel that you would be comfortable and or safe visiting Six Flags Over Georgia or your local Six Flags park once shopping malls open again? The next question is, do you think you would feel comfortable or safe visiting Six Flags Over Georgia or again, your local Six Flags park again once the president announces everyone can go back to normal? Do you think you would feel safe or comfortable visiting Six Flags Over Georgia or again, your local Six Flags park once mass events are allowed in your community again? Which of the following do you expect to avoid for at least a few months after you're allowed to leave your house again? Outdoor theme parks, restaurants and bars, coffee shops, community centers, overnight domestic travel, shopping centers and malls, bowling alleys and family fun centers, outdoor water parks, public transportation, professional sporting events, medical centers and hospitals, international travel, public festivals and concerts. I'm not planning to avoid any of these, and indoor theme parks. So which one do you all feel do you expect to avoid for at least a few months after you're allowed to leave your house again? Very good question. So after businesses open up again and you can go out of your house and do fun activities, which of the following are absolutely minimally required for you to feel safe? You're wearing an N95 mask. You're wearing a cloth mask. You personally know everyone around you. Physical barriers completely separating you from strangers. It's outdoors. Everything is clearly super sanitized. Must be able to maintain at 6 feet from strangers. It's a no-touch activity. You don't have to touch anything. Everyone around you is wearing a mask. Must be able to maintain at 12 feet from strangers. The other one that's in bold, might I add. I don't really need any of these. Next is everyone around you has recently COVID-19 tested. And last but not least, everyone around you has been temperature tested. All right, so which four of the following do you think most contribute to a safe, out-of-home fun experience? Those might include, must be able to maintain at 6 feet from strangers. It's outdoors. You personally know everyone around you. Must be able to maintain at 12 feet from strangers. Physical barriers completely separating you from strangers. You're wearing a cloth mask. The no-touch activity. You don't have to touch anything. Everyone around you has been temperature tested. You're wearing an N95 mask. Everyone around you has recently COVID-19 tested. Everyone around you is wearing masks. And then last but not least again, everything is clearly super sanitized. All right, next question is, when it comes to visiting fun activities away from home, which is safer? Outdoor is much safer. Outdoor is a little safer. Doesn't really matter. Indoor is a little safer. Indoor is a lot safer. How long do you think it will be so you feel it will be safe to visit a place like Six Flags Over Georgia? All right, guys. So if the state governor says that Six Flags and other outdoor attractions can open right now, What would you want us to do? Assume that if we did open, we would have in place sanitization, social distancing protocols you would consider acceptable. Answers are open right now, I would visit. It's a little too early, give it a couple of weeks. It's too early, give it at least a month, late June. It's way too early, at least 2 to 3 months. I don't think you should open for at least 4 months. Those are the answers. Which of these do you think you'll visit before the vaccine is developed? Again, assuming the shelter-in-place order has been lifted. Public festival and concerts, coffee shops, movie theaters, restaurants and bars, outdoor theme parks. I wouldn't avoid any of these. A really interesting question, but I do wish that we could go back before all this pandemic did occur. How likely were you to visit Six Flags this summer before the coronavirus pandemic? Very likely? Likely. Somewhat likely. Not very likely, and not at all likely. I guess I could answer this one. Before the pandemic happened, and me being a member, and it's my home local park, and this channel does a lot of theme park content, yeah, I think it would be very likely for me. How likely were you to visit Six Flags this summer, assume that they all are open again by June 1st? Your next visit to the park, after we're open, how would you feel if we test employees for COVID-19 when they start work every day? Wow, I never thought that this would be asked, but this is interesting. This is an interesting question, and I know you all are about to go in the comment section below, and I'm ready for it. So this is an interesting question. It says, absolutely, you should do this. Okay to this idea. Okay idea to do this. Probably shouldn't do this. Next question. Would you be more or less likely to visit the park if we test employees for COVID-19 when they start work every day? Guess that question, it's kind of just asking it in a different way and then asking the more likely things. So yeah, your next visit to the park after we reopen, how would you feel if we provide face masks to all guests? Interesting. So they're wondering, would you guys feel more comfortable of visiting the park, and would you be more likely to visit the park if they actually provide face masks to you right off the bat at the entrance? Interesting question. Then another way of asking it, would you be more or less likely to visit the park if we provide face masks to all guests? Interesting. This is getting interesting, and I'm glad that they're asking the proper questions, because people have been wondering these things, like with the mask. I know a lot of people don't want to wear masks. Nobody's for masks. Like our lives before weren't wearing masks, but nobody really likes the mask. So with them trying to help, I guess I understand them asking the question, would you be more or less likely to visit the park if we provide face masks, instead of you having to buy one and then them already going to make you wear one if you attend the park during this time frame. So I guess, yeah, if they provide it for you, they want to know if you're more likely to visit the park or not. All right, for your next visit to the park after we reopen, how would you feel if we have all guests make reservations to visit? Well, it's already set in place and in store, so I guess this might either be irrelevant or it might be for a later time being in a few months if they are going to continue the reservation system or not. So this might be a question in regards to that. Of course, this is for, as it says, so you don't have to guess if the park is full. Would you be more or less likely to visit the park if we have all guests make reservations to visit? So you don't have to guess if the park is full. Wow, interesting one, this next one here. Your next visit to the park after we reopen, how would you feel if we require guests entering the park to show recent test results indicating they don't have the virus? Now, it's interesting because Shanghai Disney has guests show a card that shows that they have been tested and they don't have the virus. Now, I'm not sure that'll hold over very well here in the States, per se, and I'm not even sure with the whole United States HIPAA law if that would be okay. So that's an interesting question. What's interesting is if you click absolutely you should do this, it'll just continue forward. If you select you probably shouldn't do this, it'll go on and spawn an extra question that asks, why do you think we shouldn't require guests entering the park to show recent test results indicating you don't have the virus? The answers are, it seems pointless. It would make visiting unpleasant. It's too inconvenient. It's too invasive. It's too much work for the guests. Or other. What is other? And then when you click other, it says, what is the other reason? So it's a series of little questions that tie into after and or if you do choose, you probably shouldn't do this. And then again, another form of the question, would you be more or less likely to visit the park if we require guests entering the park to show your recent test results indicating they don't have the virus? And then much more likely, More likely. Wouldn't matter to me. Less likely. Much less likely. Your next visit to the park after we reopen, how would you feel if we encourage guests to practice good social distancing standards throughout the park? As of now, just to go ahead and answer this, they already are going to be initiating that. And that right there brings us to the end of the survey. Let you know that's it, you're finished. How would you rate the length of this survey? It's funny, they asked another survey question for you to rate the survey. Interesting. Next, it'll ask you, how would you describe the survey? And then you can choose all that applies. So you can click all of them if you want. You can choose one, but you do have to choose one though. Right, and then bringing you to the end of this page about the survey, at the end of it, it asks you, do you have any other comments you'd like to share with the Six Flags management team? At as much or as little as you would like. So, this is your chance to express your thoughts and your opinion with your local Six Flags park, so you guys can have your voice be heard and express your thoughts and opinions to them, because you all have been wondering and have been trying to figure out how to get through. Well, this is your chance right here, right now, by taking the survey, if, again, you decide to choose to do so. So this is your way to do it, to make it happen. Alright, with that being said, that'll conclude this video in regards to the new survey that was just sent to us via email newsletter. Share your thoughts with me, guys. Let me know what you think about these questions, or do you feel that this is a good thing they're having us take a survey and that they're trying to get your opinions and thoughts in regards to opening and reopening the parks? Let me know and share your thoughts with me all. That being said, stay safe, stay well, and be kind to one another. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much. So if you enjoyed the video, you can support the channel via Patreon, where we have all new live streams and exclusive content and giveaways that are dedicated to the patrons on the exclusive Miguel the Annual Passholder Patreon page. And also, if you like looking nice, you can support the channel via our merchandise shop at annualpassholder.shop. You can find amazing t-shirts and hoodies, such as this one, that you guys can purchase for the low. And feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn it from red to gray, and like this video if you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much, and have a thrilling day.